The rain grew heavier. Eves began shivering. He decided to go back into the forest and look for them. It was the wise thing to do. With a sinking feeling in his heart, he turned back to the mountains one last time. A flash of lightning suddenly lit up the grey expanse, revealing wolves. They were moving slowly toward him. His heart sank even deeper. If he had seen them, they must have seen him too. Then he heard a howl. His heart was no longer sinking. It was pounding wildly, jumping into his throat. So he started running. He ran fast, very fast. Eves had always been good at running, but he had never run faster in his life. Trees burrowed past. Blind panic set in. He had no idea where he was going and didn't care, as long as it was away from those holes and snows. Yet, no matter how fast he went, the sun stayed behind him. Wolves could run fast too, very fast. Eves dashed into a thicket. Cries echoed through the trees. He could hear the wolves snuffling, searching for his scent. That was when he noticed a purple glow coming from farther in the thicket. He turned away and crept closer to the light. To a kitten like him, it looked like a screen of violent water floating in the air, framed in black stone. For a moment, he forgot about the wolves completely. He didn't understand what he was looking at. He had never seen anything like this before. Well, the humans made things that resembled its called doors, but this was something different. Whatever it was very old. It seemed as if the forest had grown up around the strange objects. Was this the purple light his mother had warned him of? It didn't seem that dangerous. The lights glowed in a calm way, gentle even. For some reason, Eves felt he should approach it. It was almost as if the doorway was calling to him, inviting him to come closer. And why shouldn't he? By now, those mangy moose were just outside the thicket. Anything was better than facing them. And the light was so warm, warmer than any sunlight, warmer than the furnace he had slept on that time he snuck into a farmer's house. As Eves drew closer, the heat washed over him, removing the wing's damp trim. Then, 3 wolves burst through the undergrowth. They stopped upon noticing the light. Their snarls turned to whimpers, soft ones. After some hesitation, They began growling again, their red eyes fixed on Ibs as they slunk slowly forward. He was an easy dinner after all. Those whips might have seen far worse than a Fowlin's grow. Ibs backed up, right next to the light. His waves broadened his vision. He felt the lights behind him, pulling him closer. He thought about his friends. He hoped that Dad made it back safely. He was sure they would. Meows always knew how to find her way home. That was his last thought before diving into the screen of light. His vision became blurry, and suddenly he saw only darkness. Ibs would never be a normal cat again. His days of climbing trees and sweating as butterflies were over. Stories would spread among the villagers, stories of a strange kitten with blue fur and Fowlin's eyes. He hadn't listened to his mom. He had ventured into the nether. Ibs felt nothing for several seconds. Nothing except his pounding heart. Bit by bit, the darkness gave way to a deep wet expanse. It was like an enormous cave. Ibs couldn't see the sky anymore, and everything was gloomy. Pillars of twisted stone surrounded him. He had never seen anything like it. Far away, bright orange beams floated down into a sea of the same color. He recognized this orange stuff. There was a pool of it in the plains not too far from his home. It was very hot, like liquid fire. On cold days, the kittens sometimes went near that pool to warm up. Of course, his mother had scolded him for hours after finding him there. That must be why it's so warm here, Ibs thought. He turned around, back to the Fowlin screen. He had moved it a great distance by crossing it. Even if he didn't know how, he was certain of this. So that means he could head back at any time. But those fear scratchers were probably still waiting for him. If he went back through now, they would tear him to shreds. No, he thought. I'll stay for now. I'm safe here. I only need to wait for a while, and